Guys, this is gonna be an embarrassing one, so you're gonna wanna stay tuned to see my entire merch collection. I had no idea how much merch I had until I started collecting it all. I'm so excited. We're gonna dive deep into them all and tell you some little fun stories about some of my favorite ones. So now we're gonna start and get into all of my Jonas Brothers merch. So if you don't know or haven't watched any of our past videos, one of the first bands, artists that got me into my love of music were the Jonas Brothers. So I have a lot of Jonas Brothers merch, and we're gonna start with like newest merch and then go back to oldest because I have some vintage vibes, guys. We're talking kid t-shirt sizes. Like, this was a long time ago. I realized this year I've been seeing them for 16 years live, so we got a lot of fun stuff coming up. So for this shirt, this one has a bit of a story. And so for this, I don't know if you can read it. It is very, very faded. It was from the TJ Martell Foundation's Family Day where Jonas Brothers played. This is when I met them. I'll insert the photo here. But really, really memorable day. You will also now start to see with all of my old shirts that I have with them. I think there were solid 4 years in my life where I only would sleep in a Jonas Brothers t-shirt. So they were very faded because, yeah, this was all I would wear. And now the next two are probably my like all-time favorites because my favorite Jonas was Nick, and love the little solo shirts, love the Nick Jonas and Administration. As you can see, this one was very worn and stretched out. But yeah, this one, I'll show you the next one. Okay, so these are the last two, and this one, I honestly don't remember where I got it. It doesn't have a tour name or year, but I know it was one of the OG. You can tell by the skinny scarf and vest. And then my very first shirt I got at my very first Jonas Brothers show. 2007 was, they were playing like the NHL All-Star Weekend, just like a mini pop-up show. This was like when they were dressed as prom. It was that tour if you were there. Okay, so next we have 21 Pilots. I was a big 21 Pilots fan. First time I saw them was in 2015, I believe, in Nashville at Marathon Music Works. So I have a bunch of random merch for them. Shirts, stickers, posters, all the fun things. So this was the very first shirt that I got of 21 Pilots. This was on that tour in 2015. So I don't know if this was literally one of their very first merch items, but you can see it was the old like blue and red and kind of the little old logo, which I love. This is also was in my sleep drawer because this is one of my favorite t-shirts to sleep in. Ben Rector literally makes the softest merch. So if you have a chance to buy one of his t-shirts, buy them because they are hands down my favorite like material out of all t-shirts. And then this one too is a Ben Rector. You can like probably barely read from there, but it says Ben Rector Joy. If you know about his last album, it was all about joy, and he actually created this like Sesame Street like character and named the character Joy. So I thought it was super cute. Joy just shooting some hoops, having some fun. So 5 Seconds of Summer is one of my all-time favorite bands. So of course I have merch from them. And this is like the OG. This is said Derping since 2011. If you know, you know. Sadly, this logo is no more because of copyright stuff, but this was an era, you know, this was Tumblr era. So this is my other 5 Sauce shirt, super simple on the front. And then I love on the back, it's the Take My Hand World Tour. So it has the tour dates and they're falling, which is so cute. So this one is my 5 Seconds of Summer show World Tour sweatshirt. And I got this, as it says, New York, Madison Square Garden, or August 21st, 2023. My sister moved up to New York City in the past year, and so now I get to go see shows up there, which is so much fun. And also my coworker Carlin, who's in all of our videos, went to this show too, so it was a great time. So of course we have our little Harry Love on Tour sweatshirt. I have no idea what happened, but like literally like all people who go to concerts the next day, I wore my merch after. And this was for the Madison Square Garden residency. And somehow I got like blue ink or green or something on it literally within 24 hours of the show, and it's stained, but you know, it's okay. It still sort of matches. And then with Harry, this tour, like again with the Eras tour, I feel like it was so iconic that I had to get this cute sweatshirt they released. I think it was like at the last few shows and then online. Well, I guess I should have explained. So this tour lasted 3 years. So that's why it has the 3 years on here. And then on the back, it has every city that he played at and then every opener, because he had a lot of different openers. But yeah, I thought this was really cute to commemorate like the end of the tour. So you probably recognize this, although it's technically not a merch item. One of my best friends and I went to the Eras tour, and of course we dressed up and we made these little Junior Jewel shirts and had our friends sign them, which was super cute. And then the iconic, the one and only The Eras Tour t-shirt. I am so happy I bought this t-shirt. I really think this will be one of the biggest tours of all time that we'll like talk about to our kids. And then it has the albums and the shows. I got this, I went to Nashville and Atlanta, so I can't remember which one I bought this at, but both right there. It was incredible. So I also, for Eras Tour, got the quarter zip in navy. Love this one. It is just such a great, I love a quarter zip. So really one of my probably most worn items, and just makes me feel fierce, you know? Okay, so these are all of my like old school rock t-shirts. I wear these on the daily, and so most of these I didn't get out of show. Some of them I have, but they're really the ones I probably wear the most out of all of them. So of course we have AC/DC. So this one's an Elvis Presley tee that I found at Goodwill, and I just absolutely love it. Every time I wear it, I get a compliment on it. So this one I got at Queen's show. I've seen them, I think that's the past 2 different tours they had, and they are incredible. If you ever have the chance to see them live, definitely go do that. But this one I got at, I believe it was like the show right after COVID, 21, 22. And I went with my family. So if you can't tell already or don't know what this is from, really my favorite part of this one is the back. Iconic. So this was Shania Twain's merch from her latest tour. Saw her at the new Geodis Stadium in Nashville, and it was a great show. I'm just now realizing too that I should have showed the back of some of these shirts, but it's okay. We'll show the back of the ones now. But John Mayer, one of my absolute favorites, and this was the Sob Rock tour, and it has all of the show dates on the back. So this is a super random one I have, but I do love Hunter Hayes. I was actually just listening to him this morning. You go back to his old album and just like, oh, Storm Warning, so good. So Hunter Hayes, and then on the back, we have all the tour dates. I do not remember when this was from though. So if you know what tour this t-shirt was from, let me know in the comments. So I think this is one of the cutest pieces of merch I have. I was lucky enough to get in when Adele did her like one and only tour in the United States. I went to the show with my sister, and we both got matching shirts like this. And this is like a little bitty picture of Adele when she was a baby. This is probably the most simple piece of merch I have. Actually got this one for free because I was very lucky. JP Saxe is one of my favorite artists. If you don't know him, go check him out. But he had, I believe it was 3 listening shows before his last album, and put on his stories, like, if you're in Nashville, and free in 2 days, like, fill out this Google form. And I did. And my friend and I got to go to his little surprise show, like album release party, and they gave these out. And if you can't see, it says, "Do you believe what doesn't last forever? It doesn't mean anything." This was a juicy show. He spilled some tea here, so it was a lot of fun.